Hello and welcome to our coverage of the 2023 Super Bowl matchup between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Philadelphia Eagles. It's been a thrilling season for both teams, and we're excited to bring you all the action from this year's big game. The Kansas City Chiefs secured their spot in the Super Bowl with a hard-fought 23-20 victory over the Cincinnati Bengals in the AFC Championship game. Despite dealing with a high ankle sprain, quarterback Patrick Mahomes was able to make some of his signature zippy moves on the field, leading the team to victory. This marks the third Super Bowl appearance for the Chiefs in 4 years, having won in 2020 and lost in 2021. On the other side of the field, the Philadelphia Eagles secured their spot in the Super Bowl with a commanding 31-7 victory over the San Francisco 49ers in the NFC Championship game. This marks the Eagles' second Super Bowl visit since 2018, when they won for the first time in franchise history. So, it's set to be a great game between two talented teams. The Kansas City Chiefs have a high-powered offense led by quarterback Patrick Mahomes, while the Philadelphia Eagles have a solid defense that will be looking to shut them down. The Super Bowl will feature a unique and historic matchup as brothers. Philadelphia center Jason Kelce and Kansas City tight end Travis Kelce will face off against each other on the field. According to ESPN Stats and Information Research, this will be the first time in Super Bowl history that brothers will play against each other. Both Kelce brothers have played a crucial role in their teams reaching this point. Jason Kelce has been an integral part of the Eagles' offensive line, protecting quarterback Jalen Hurts and helping to pave the way for the running game. On the other hand, Travis Kelce has been a consistent and favorite target of Kansas City quarterback Patrick Mahomes, catching 21 passes and scoring 3 touchdowns in the 2022 postseason alone. This matchup is not only historic but also emotional for both brothers and their families, and it will be interesting to see how each of them will perform in the biggest stage of their career. It's a game that you won't want to miss. While the Kansas City Chiefs are returning to the Super Bowl after a 1-year absence, the Philadelphia Eagles are playing in their first Super Bowl since beating the New England Patriots in 2017. This year's game will also feature a unique matchup between two coaches, with Chiefs coach Andy Reid facing his former team. In addition to these storylines, this year's game will also feature the youngest combined age between starting quarterbacks in Super Bowl history, with both Mahomes and Hurts being under 25. Both quarterbacks are currently dealing with injuries and will benefit from the 2-week layoff before the final game. Mahomes, who threw 2 touchdowns in the AFC Championship game win against the Bengals, is nursing a high ankle sprain sustained in the divisional round. Meanwhile, Hurts is still shaking off the rust from a late regular season shoulder injury. It will be interesting to see how these injuries will affect the performance of both quarterbacks, and how the teams will adapt to these situations. The game is set to be a thrilling matchup between two talented teams. The Kansas City Chiefs have always felt confident with quarterback Patrick Mahomes leading the team. He raised his postseason record to 10-3 with the victory over the Cincinnati Bengals, and has proven to be a clutch player in big games. The Chiefs led the league in scoring 28.2 points per game, and yards per play, 6.4, in the regular season, which gives them confidence that they can score against any defensive opponent. On defense, the Chiefs also have a formidable unit that is capable of putting pressure on the opposing quarterback. Defensive tackle Chris Jones is a key player in the team's pass rush, leading the way with his ability to disrupt the opposing team's offensive line. The Chiefs' defense recorded 55 sacks this season, which ranked second in the league, just behind the Philadelphia Eagles. With a balanced team that can score and defend at a high level, the Chiefs will be a tough opponent for the Eagles in the Super Bowl. Indeed, the Philadelphia Eagles have a talented and well-rounded roster that has the potential to be a major threat in the Super Bowl. Quarterback Jalen Hurts has been a revelation for the team this season, providing stability and playmaking ability under center. The Eagles' offensive line is considered one of the best in the league, giving Hurts plenty of protection and allowing the team to run the ball effectively. The Eagles also have a number of offensive playmakers, including tight end Zach Ertz, who provides a reliable target for Hurts in the passing game. On defense, the Eagles are equally impressive, especially in their pass rush. With 70 sacks during the regular season, the Eagles' defense was one of the most dominant in NFL history. With the ability to put pressure on the quarterback and disrupt the opposing team's offensive game plan, the Eagles will be a tough challenge for the Chiefs' offense. It's also important to mention the impact of rest and recovery on the outcome of the Super Bowl. Having 2 more weeks for Patrick Mahomes to rest his ankle will be crucial for the Chiefs. While he showed great resilience and toughness by winning the AFC Championship game despite a high ankle sprain, the Chiefs will be a much stronger team if he's at full strength for the Super Bowl. On the other hand, the Chiefs' injury report is something to watch as well, with several key players leaving the AFC Championship game with injuries. The team will need to manage these injuries in order to be at their best in the Super Bowl. Even if the Chiefs are at full strength, they may not be able to defeat the Eagles, but if they arrive in Phoenix still battered, they will need Mahomes to perform at a historically exceptional level if they hope to secure their second Super Bowl victory. The Eagles made a powerful journey to Super Bowl LVII. They first dominated the New York Giants with a 38-7 victory in the divisional playoffs, and then defeated the top team in the NFC, the San Francisco 49ers, in the NFC Championship game with an impressive performance. The Eagles have reached the Super Bowl for the 4th time in their history, with their last appearance being in the 2017 season where they claimed their first Lombardi Trophy. During that year, they were not favored in any of their playoff games and embraced the underdog mentality, wearing dog masks after each victory. This current team, however, has dominated the conference from start to finish, confidently embracing their alpha status. The Eagles relied on their key strengths in the victory against the 49ers. With 32 rushing touchdowns in the regular season, which is the 3rd highest in NFL history, they scored 4 times on the ground against San Francisco. Their dominant defense, which led the league with 70 sacks, was still able to get to the quarterback with 3 sacks and 7 hits, even with limited opportunities due to the injuries of 49ers quarterbacks Brock Purdy and Josh Johnson. Super Bowl LVII promises to be an exciting matchup between 2 talented and well-loved teams, the Kansas City Chiefs and the Philadelphia Eagles. Both teams boast strong and capable quarterbacks in Patrick Mahomes and Jalen Hurts, as well as experienced and impressive defensive units. With both teams having momentum and a track record of success under pressure in postseason play, this year's Super Bowl is sure to be a thrilling event. The absence of the 3 biggest TV markets, New York, Los Angeles and Chicago, in this year's Super Bowl is compensated by the popularity and strong background of the participating teams, the Kansas City Chiefs and the Philadelphia Eagles. The game will be held at State Farm Stadium in Glendale, Arizona, which is home to the Arizona Cardinals of the NFC. The game will take place on February 12th, and is expected to be a strong draw in NFL strongholds in the Midwest and Northeast. So, grab your snacks, gather your friends and family, and get ready for an exciting game.